This episode goes through each of the 6 data types. String. This can be used to store letters, words, or numbers. For example, hello world. Don't forget the quotations. Integer. This only stores whole numbers. For example, 97. Don't use quotations or else it will be a string. The difference between a string number and an integer is that adding a string will join the two strings and adding integers will use math to add them together. Float. This is the same as an integer, however, it can also be decimal numbers. For example, 5.5. Boolean, this only stores two values, true or false. Now, these last two are a bit harder. An array is just a list that can contain anything, such as strings, integers, and so on. For example, this is a list of strings of some fruit. Remember, you can also use numbers along with strings too. An array uses square brackets and commas to separate the items. Dictionary. This is the same as an array, however each item in the list has a key or name with it. For example, this is the same list of fruits as before, however each fruit has a name with it. In this case, we use the name to say which fruit is the best and worst. So, for example, the name of the mango is best. If we wanted to add apple to the dictionary list, then we could use the name good or medium as the name for the apple. In this section of the video, we will be going over how to use these data types. First of all, if you haven't got anywhere to write your code, then I'd recommend using Replit. It's a free website where you can write your code. Using a hashtag allows you to write comments. These comments are not code and can be used as notes in between your code. Make a variable by typing a word. Then an equal sign. After the equal sign, use any data type. A variable is used to store data types. Make sure the variable name has no spaces. Use the print statement to output something like that. Your variable that contains your data type has been printed to the console. This is where you can interact and view your program. Let's try to print out an integer variable, then do some math. We can put +1 after our variable in the print statement. This will print out our variable's value, +1. So it prints out 2. Let's try some arrays. Let's print out an array of fruits. To print out one item in the array, we have to use square brackets, then the index of the item we want. Each item in the array has an index, which is just a number associated with the item. The first item will always be 0, then the second item will be 1 and it continues. To get the banana, we simply use the index of 1, as it is the second item. To add an item to your array, use .append, then brackets. Inside those brackets, use a data type that you want to be added to the array. The new item will be added to the end of the array. In this case, I am adding grapes to the end of my array. If you would like to remove an item from your array, then use dot remove, then the item. Finally, let's take a look at dictionaries. I am going to make a list of fruits with names that say how good the fruit is. For example, I am using the name best along with the value mango. The string best is the name of the item or value. And the value mango comes after the name and colon. I have used two strings in this example, but any data type can be used. I am going to print my dictionary. To get one item of a dictionary, use square brackets, then the name of the item you want. Using indexes does not work with dictionaries. To add an item to your dictionary, use square brackets, then inside the brackets put the new item's name, then outside the brackets put equals, then put the item's value. For example, I have created a new item with the name of also good and a value of grapes. To remove an item from your dictionary, use .pop, then the item's name. In this example, I have removed two items by using pop twice. And that's all for data types. Make sure to play around with what you have learned. See you in the next episode.